This is The Rock Show.
Backstage.
Hello, everyone. My radio name is Wes Nessman.
I'm Chrissy Covington.
And welcome to the May edition of The Rock Show Backstage.
Hello.
There's something I want to put out there at the very, very beginning is we had no idea that these were going to start cross-posting to YouTube now.
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
Now, I don't know why these are on there and our daily show is not on there.
No, I don't know.
But I guess are we honored? I don't know. Nobody knows they're there, so they have practically no listens.
Now you know they're there. We're telling you here first. So maybe if you're on YouTube, you got like a playlist going or something like that, you can throw us on there and listen from there.
You can make a YouTube playlist?
Yeah, yes.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, you can.
No, I knew about how to access this via the podcast. In fact, I can even get it to come up on my Alexa every once in a while.
I think so. Technically, it makes it for you based on what you listen to. But if you pay for like the YouTube Music or whatever, which I do,
nobody does that.
I do.
You're the one that's keeping that idea afloat?
Well, it's commercial free, and then like you can keep it up. You can keep the app open while you do other stuff on your phone.
Yes,
I do. I pay for that.
It's the same thing with the Alexa. You know what's funny is the Alexa, because every night before I go to bed, I listen to at least one song. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It's just become a thing.
It's your night song.
And what I'll say is play me Bruce Springsteen, It's Hard to Be a Saint in the City. Mm-hmm. And Alexa will say, playing songs like Bruce Springsteen's It's Hard to Be a Saint in the City.
You're like, no.
And it plays it first.
Oh, really?
And then I shut it off.
Oh, okay.
But occasionally it'll say, if you want to listen to a specific song, you got to pay for the fee. And I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it some other night. But I found if you ask for it that way, you'll get it almost 99 out of 100
I think most of the subscriptions I have are things that like originally had like a free trial month, and then I never canceled them. So it's like, oh, I guess I have that now. So I have some things I don't.
Yeah, I don't tolerate that. It has been a very interesting May. I thought that this week was pretty terrible.
I didn't think so.
But it is what it is.
That was a pretty good week.
Start a fresh month freshly and be fresh about it.
Ooh, fresh.
What was on your mind this week?
Well,
I know you were hopped up to do this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I wanted to mention that to you because I saw something, and I really, really hope it's going to be a trend, but we did not get to it on the FOF. Our local premiere theater is showing a couple movies that I thought were going to be streaming, only, like pay to play kind of thing, or go to the streaming services.
Like the Ghost one?
They're doing In a Violent Nature.
Oh.
Now, imagine you were watching Friday the 13th from Jason's perspective.
Okay,
that's kind of what this movie is supposedly about. These guys accidentally resurrect this serial killer, and it shows him chasing them down from his perspective, and supposedly it's pretty intense. Cool. And then the other one is called Deer Camp 88, and it's kind of a 1980s slasher movie. And I just found it so interesting that they're playing these at our local premiere theater, because these are the kind of movies that don't get a big run.
Are they just going to play them like one night or something? Or are they going to do
there was a couple showings of each one. I did not look through multiple days. They're certainly not playing 10 times during the day.
Right.
But there's a couple showings for the days
That's
I
cool.
looked. And that was happening this weekend.
Premiere is pretty cool. I actually asked somebody there the other day, why is the upstairs not open? See, I wasn't here whenever they built that theater. I didn't live here.
I don't know what the upstairs is. I didn't know they had one.
Have you not ever looked up while you're in there?
Nuh-uh.
There's a whole upstairs with another bar and a game area and all this other stuff upstairs.
I did not know that.
So next time you go in there, look up. It's all closed off. There's actually an escalator that's closed off.
Right.
It's right there in the middle of the room. But nobody notices. And I said, why is the upstairs not open? Because I wasn't there when they built that.
Right.
And I look up there and I'm like, it looks fancy up there. I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, people just weren't using it at all. He said that like when it first opened, there'd be people up there maybe having a couple drinks, but it's just a lounge area, and so they just closed it off. I was like, do you guys hang out up there? Who goes up there? I think it'd be cool if they opened it.
I found that out as a bar owner and as a human being, people mostly like to go to one thing then go home.
Yeah.
Very, very few do the whole after party thing.
Hang around.
And that goes for movies too. It's like, okay, we just spent 3 hours in this place. We just want to go somewhere else now. We don't necessarily want to hang out.
Well, also I think like I like their little bar area because it's got all like tons of pictures of different celebrities.
And because it has alcohol.
Well, there's alcohol, but it gets expensive, It's not really somewhere you want to just hang out and just,
Yeah.
Because it is a bit pricey, but the upstairs looks really cool in there, so I just don't really understand why that was closed. Next time you go in there, you need to look up.
Just so that I can be mad that I can't get to it.
Yeah, kind of.
Well,
yeah.
There is something being passed around on social media today that we yesterday that we also did not get to, and that somebody's passed around a meme about Walmart's opening back up 24 hours.
Oh.
And it's not true.
It's not really happening?
It is not really
Damn
true.
it, dude.
And I don't know why.
Because I really loved going. My favorite time to go to Walmart was the middle of the night. Or like 1 o'clock when there's nobody there.
Yeah.
No one around.
I miss it very, very much myself. But, at the same time, I miss it by, an hour or 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I end up going at 6, but would I go at 5:30 if I was ready at 5:30? Yeah. And I used to always pick us up like salads and breakfast and stuff at Walmart.
What are the hours now?
6 to midnight, I think.
Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Man, so many good times at Walmart in the middle of the night as a teenager. It's probably why they don't do it anymore. Because where do you go when you're a teenager with nowhere to go in the middle of the night and you and your friends have been having some drinks? You go to Walmart.
Well, yeah.
You wander around, cause a ruckus.
I just think if you're going to have people in there stocking shelves and everything,
might as well be open.
You might as well be open.
Yeah.
And it's whatever. I will mention that we do have a 24-hour Market Street.
Do we? Oh, yeah, the one on 19th?
114th, I believe.
Oh, is the one on 19th and Quaker not 24 hours?
Maybe that's the one. There's one. I know that there's one.
I think that one is
but it's but I have friends, and I got my banana hookup at the other Market Street.
He's got a banana guy and he's got a meat guy.
No, meat lady.
Oh, and you know what?
I got a lady.
He's got a meat lady. I'm sorry.
My meat
she handles
for
meat.
me.
But you know what? It was crazy. My best friend, the other day, my best friend and I were talking, and I was talking about how Wes had a banana guy. And he goes, my uncle works in produce over at United. And I was like, really? And he was like, what's his banana guy's name? And I go, well, he just posted a photo with his banana guy the other day online. And we looked at it, he goes, that's my fucking uncle. I was like, dude, your uncle's Wes's banana guy.
He's my banana hookup. Yeah, so there's
that.
That's
a small world.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay, let's go through some of the questions that we had this past month. One that stuck out to me that I did not get to give my answer is what did you find in the trash? Oh. What did you find in the trash?
What did you find in the trash?
Well, when I was a kid, I lived, I lived in California, and it's hard for you or anybody to think of California this way. But my town, Norwalk, was a dairy town that they started building houses in. Mm. So it was basically on the other side of my block, there was dairies. But then all of a sudden, they started building all kinds of industrial stuff over there. Mm. And over there, they had the Frito factory.
Yeah.
And you could go over there and you could dumpster dive and find cases of Fritos.
You got a lot of Fritos out of the trash.
I don't know if they had special chemicals on them.
Dumpster Fritos.
I don't know. There was a reason why they were throwing them away, but we just thought, free Fritos.
Oh, no.
Yes, there's nothing like dumpster Fritos.
Dumpster Fritos.
Did you ever find anything good in the trash?
All kinds of stuff, man. Mainly like kittens. You find those in the trash pretty often.
Yeah, them digging around.
Yeah, I accidentally came across a raccoon in the trash once that scared me.
Oh, they'll scare the hell out of you yelling something comes out of the trash.
Yeah. He opened a dumpster. Oh, you know what? Me and my mom one time, we heard a noise in a trash can, and I think I told you the story, and we walked towards it. I'm like 11. My mom pushes my ass first because she's a jerk.
Yeah.
She pushes me out, goes, check that trash can. It's all moving. It could have been anything in there. Yeah. Mom's like, you go first. You're young and can run faster. We'd knock it over, and a possum came running out of it, but it scared the shit out of both of us. So I found a possum in the trash once.
Yeah, possums are very, very scary.
They're scary looking, but they're really not scary.
One night we heard a terrible, terrible ruckus in our backyard and screaming sounds and everything like that. And went back there and broke it up, and the dogs went inside the house, and I looked, and there was a possum laying dead there, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want my dogs to eat that. So I very gently scooped it up half on the shovel, and I was about halfway through the.
And it wasn't dead.
Yeah, motherfucker stood up and looked at me and went, and then ran off.
It was playing dead. It was
playing possum. Which is what they do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What other wild animals have you encountered?
Bears.
Bears?
Bears in Minnesota. You just be driving, and bears would run across the street with their cubs.
Yeah?
You see a bear. A moose.
How close have you been to a bear?
Oh, very close. Like probably from here to that wall.
Yeah.
Real close. Been close to some bears. I've seen a moose, which is really scary. Right. I mean, they're so big, like it's terrifying. Have you seen some videos, like any videos of them up there?
Well, yeah, I'm aware of how big they are.
I mean, this just you think you know how big they are until there's one close to you, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, they're really big.
It's terrifying. Yeah, I have been close to a moose.
I want you to back up for a second here. I'm gonna circle back around to that question. We had a story earlier about some people who got brain worms from eating undercooked bear meat. What? If I saw a bear, it doesn't look like something I would want to eat. I don't understand. Are there people up there that go, but you just haven't eaten until you eaten bear meat?
I mean, I'm not eating bear.
Right.
I don't think people usually eat bear.
Nobody. It wasn't a thing.
I mean, maybe
in the north.
It might be in some of the Native American communities. I'm not sure. It might just be a cultural thing.
I know it feels like you'd be eating a big dog to me.
Well, I mean, up in Canada, they eat horse and stuff up there. But that's more French, and there's a lot of French, the French influence in Canada. So.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm
not eating any bear anytime soon. I don't need any brain worms.
You also been around a bobcat.
Been around a bobcat.
Right.
Trying to think of what other. A lot of snakes. Rattlesnakes. A lot of snakes. In fact, my ex-husband had a snake box for snakes.
A snake box?
He had a snake box.
Oh, yeah. My ex-girlfriend had a snake box, too. Oh, yes. Saturday night, I'm going to get you in that snake box.
Girl, let me see that snake box. Do the rattle for me. Mm-hmm. Make it rattle. Mama. No, I don't know. I'm trying to think what other animals.
I've been very, very fortunate. We've had many, many experiences in this room. And, of course, they're not happening as often. I don't know why. Mostly because of them not being around, not us. But we've had a giant horned owl in here.
Yeah.
Which they're a lot bigger than you think, too.
Scary.
We had a penguin that shit over here on the floor.
The penguin shit on the floor.
It's very interesting when a penguin shits. I guess it's a lot like a bird, but it's like a shotgun blast.
Oh.
It's
disgusting.
I would have thought that penguins would have turds, but if I was on a game show
and they said, "What's the consistency of penguin shit?" You'd be like, "It's like a turd."
Well, it's like a little turd, I would think. They're cold and assholes all clenched up or whatever. But it's a splat.
Gross.
We had one of those.
Because do they have a cloaca?
Yes, they do.
That's why then.
Yeah,
that's why.
Splat.
It's disgusting.
I once, as part of it being on a morning show, rode an elephant, which
that's cool.
Man,
is it not cool?
It is weird.
I don't think I'd
and,
want to.
And it almost sounds sexual. But you get up there on the elevator.
On the elephant.
Yeah, I took an elevator to an elephant. It was a really large elephant.
Big elephant.
I took him 3 stories up. That's what I did. You get on the elephant and you feel, that tons and tons and tons of muscle moving
underneath you
in every square inch of your legs.
Are you just
and
like
crotch and everything like that? And it is a very, very, very bizarre feeling.
Yeah. I mean, please, you probably have to sit with your legs super wide.
Right. I've got to pet some tigers. And in Spokane, I mean, I imagine they've changed it by now. We were responsible for putting an entire monkey house together. Oh, dude. Dude, seriously.
Was this a radio thing?
It was a radio thing, and we had the X-Men monkey house full of macaque monkeys. Okay, which is
full of what?
Macaque monkeys.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Your cock monkeys?
Yeah, macaque monkeys. and there was 20 monkeys, and the main monkey.
The main monkey, the boss
was
monkey?
named after my partner Jim, the boss Jim.
Monkey.
And every other monkey was named some variation of my name. There was Wes, Wesina, Wesalina, Wes, and on and on and on. There was 19 different lady monkeys that were named after me.
After you.
At this monkey. But see, it was also, this zoo had been called the worst zoo in the world.
Oh.
It's a place called Spokane Walk in the Wild.
The worst zoo in the world.
And you can look it up. Basically, the monkey house, I think, was like a chicken coop, but taller, full of monkeys named after me.
That sounds like the worst zoo in the world.
It was fucking terrible. It was, the whole thing was a terrible.
With a whole bunch of monkeys named Wes and one named Jim.
That's true.
That's weird, dude.
That's very weird.
That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even know. I mean, yeah. So the Spokane Monkey House,
man,
that was pretty crazy stuff.
That's funny.
It's very, very weird up there. One of our friends moved up there and was just getting to getting a little community going, and then something happened, and now they're getting the hell out of there.
Really?
They are getting the hell. Yeah, Ronnie Eaton.
Oh, he didn't like it?
Yeah, he's moving to Arizona now.
Wow, really?
Yeah. We were talking about this place online, and it's very interesting to me because, when I grew up and I lived in California until I was about 16. And then I also spent time in Austin and, of course, all my time in Lubbock and in various neighborhoods in Lubbock and all that stuff. But when I have dreams about places, they're always Spokane.
Really?
And
it's weird.
I can't remember the description me and Ronnie were having. But, there's that story of this town where once a year they have to get a human sacrifice.
Is that what it feels like?
In order for the town to be peaceful.
Uh-huh.
So that you feel that little sense of menace in the back.
There's underlying shittery somewhere.
Right. That's Spokane. You just get the feeling that something really bad has happened and everybody is harboring this secret.
Weird.
And I'm not kidding you. And I had this discussion with Ronnie, and he's like, "Oh my God, you nailed it." I'm like, "Yeah."
It's like the town.
Yeah, there is something really weird about those mountain people, man. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
And yeah, it's a crazy area of the country. Okay, so we covered animals. What else was good here? I'm looking at all the questions here, but I feel like that we answered most of them. We started off with the Mayhem holiday. We had what makes you an everyday hero. Putting up with you was my answer.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I don't really do that.
Nah. Not very well.
Yeah. I guess that does it for the question part of the whole deal. What else is going on? You saw the movies. What did you do Memorial Day?
What did we do Memorial Day?
Well, you came by and saw me a little
Came by
bit
and visited you. Brought
on
the
the
snake
Sunday.
over there.
Right.
That was fun.
And the snake got hot.
The snake was hot.
I thought the snake would enjoy weather like that.
Well, the thing is, the snake is not sick, but the snake. This is my friend's snake. Hasn't been eating lately, and so we were already on our way to.
So you brought him to have a hot dog with me. I've already proven myself to be an inefficient monkey keeper.
We were. Too bad we didn't name the snake Wes.
Yes.
No, we were already going to take
if it's a snake, it would be Wes.
Oh, God, stop it. We were already going to take the snake to Walter's to see if they had a suggestion for ways to get it to eat, because it hasn't been. It's a newer snake that he has, but it's like 5 years old and it just hasn't wanted to eat. It hasn't eaten anything like a month and a half. But I mean, they can go a long time. But he's kind of trying to figure out what's going on with it. I was like, well, we can just pop out there and take the snake to say hello. But we were kind of on a mission with it, so
okay.
So we stopped in, had a hot dog, carried the snake through the horror part. Or into the dark. Snake in the dark.
Yes, through the new swamp. Yes.
Yeah, and the bridge was really cool.
Yeah, we're really excited about
like
the new
bridge.
Swamp. Yeah, I almost did that through the whole room. We're talking about one of the brand new trailers and scenes out at Nightmare, and we have this squishy bridge because you're walking through a swamp. Like and you can't have people. Yeah, you can't do a real marsh or anything. Their feet would come back.
But it is squishy.
Yeah, and it trips you out a little bit, especially since most of the time you can't see your feet.
Yes.
Yeah, so
that was cool.
Very, very fun there. And a lot of cool people. I like seeing all those people. And, a lot of them, there's some of them, those people that are very interesting for a number of reasons.
They liked the snake.
Yeah. My favorite question I heard that whole day was somebody looking at the snake and went, "Is that a snake?"
Yeah. Tyler said he said that at one point. He goes, "No."
What could it possibly be if it wasn't a snake?
Everybody was into the snake.
No, my bracelet came alive.
I've never felt cooler. Everybody liked the snake.
Okay, then.
So.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, that was fun. No, Memorial Day was pretty boring. It didn't do a whole lot. I did go see Furiosa this week. That was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
Back to movies. We were already talking about movies, but I did go see that this week. And POD was badass.
Right.
Oh my God.
There were people crawling over people.
Dude, that was so fucking cool. That was just so cool. At first when they moved it from the garden to Jake's, I was like, man, I really like the garden. I like to hang out outside, and
you wouldn't have that night.
You can kind of breathe better,
That was the night of the storms,
right? It gets sweaty. It gets sweaty, at Jake's. But man, that was so cool. It was a very intimate performance. It was really good. People were loving it. That was probably one of the best. Yeah, that's probably one of the best shows I've ever seen at Jake's.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I know
Norma Jean.
POD has brought it these past few years.
It was badass, and Norma Jean was awesome too, which I hadn't seen them since I was in high school, and so that was. I saw a whole lot of old friends from high school that I don't see go out very often. They came out just to see Norma Jean, so that was pretty cool.
Well, it's pretty interesting to me, and you wouldn't know this because you're a damn kid, but POD grew into their act. Anybody that was there back in the day that would tell you back when their albums first came out and they first got popular, they couldn't perform them live.
No,
Sonny didn't have the range.
Yeah,
he pulled it off in the studio and he could not pull it off live. But those guys are just a great example of fake it till you make it and just bust your ass and you'll get where you need to be.
They were great.
Because they are better now than they ever were when they actually should be losing some of their skills. They're growing into them.
You mean like when they were even more popular?
He couldn't hit the notes in his own songs when his songs were hits.
Well, the other night he hit all the notes.
Yeah,
all the songs were great. I mean,
did you all sing "Youth of the Nation"?
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah,
yeah. It was kind of It was good. The show was good, dude. It was good.
All right, well.
And I think that I've seen them before here, but it was a long time ago.
Well, I've seen them a number of times.
Here?
That's how I That's how I know.
Yeah,
all
it must
this.
have been I don't know if it was at a birthday bash or if it was
Oh,
somewhere.
they played here a ton of times.
Yeah, so I've seen them before, but this was good.
How were the Wolves?
They were good too.
You do the zombie?
I got a picture with him. Yeah, he did the zombie.
Yeah.
Got a picture with him. I had to talk to him after the show. So that was cool.
Did you talk to the guitar player or the singer?
The singer.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, Doc is really the brains of the band,
Talk to
the
the
guitar
singer.
player, but the new singer is pretty good, too.
Yeah, no, they were good. They did the zombie.
Yeah?
They did the zombie. Yep.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yep.
Just sounds funny.
They did the zombie.
Sounds funny to say it that way. Now, have you ever seen Power Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. Well, they're coming back in July.
Right on.
I always
Wow.
enjoy their shows.
July.
And back to the movies. Coming up in, I think it's 2 weeks from tomorrow. I'm going to check the calendar. The Ghost movie.
Yeah. See, I need to get a ticket for that.
I already have my tickets
I wonder if
for
they're
that.
sold out. I'm going to buy 2. Now that you said that, I'm going to get, when we're done with this, I'm going to do that when I get to my office.
Well, there was originally only 2 showings, one on Friday and one on Saturday at Tinseltown. That was it. There was none over at the other Cinemark, and there was none at Premiere because, of course, I would go to Premiere if I could. Then they added additional showings, but the showings were still Thursday and Saturday. Yeah, those were your only two choices. So I'm going to the Saturday at 3:00 matinee, I believe it is, which is stacked up against Lubbock Pride. But I'll go by there in the morning, get my gay on,
get your gay on,
and then I'll go watch, and then I'll get
Enjoy,
my ghost on.
Get your ghost on.
You'll
be a gay ghost that day.
I'll be a gay ghost gangster. That's what I'll be.
Triple G.
That's me, Triple G in the house.
All right.
Okay, did I do that?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay, that pretty much is a lame place to end.
Trip G in the house.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about the
Dude,
Ghost
I'm
movie.
stoked on that too. I'm going to go see if I can get myself some tickets.
You know, I really, really want to see him live.
Me too.
But I think that this experience is going to be awesome in its own way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think seeing them live would just be incredible.
All right. Well, we hope everybody has a wonderful week, a wonderful month. We will probably take some better notes for next time around. But,
Maybe.
But this is the first time we did this, so we hope we didn't bore you too much. And at least you got to learn about macaque monkeys.
We'll leave you with Wes's cock monkeys.
Yeah. This has been The Rock Show. Backstage.